What's up, everyone? Today is day 7 of my 100 days of code, and we're animating with JavaScript with using Greensock. So let's get developing. Everybody, so let's get into Greensock and animating with JavaScript. As you can see, I have my index.html file already complete for you, and also the style.css. And as you know, I completed the CSS with Stylus. And if you haven't seen that video where I introduce you to Stylus, I'll have the link down below in the description for that video. And so in this tutorial, as I was stating, we're gonna be using two of our Greensock's libraries, and it's called Timeline Light and Tween Max. And I already have the scripts already embedded inside the HTML. But if you want to check it out for yourself afterwards, I'll leave the links to Greensock and the CDN where I got the scripts from in the description below. But let's go ahead and get into code. So to use Tween Max is good for, like, if you wanted to animate just one or two elements in your script and your code. So the first thing that you can do that make it easier on you is to go ahead and grab the elements that you want to animate. So I'm gonna go ahead and say const hidden, because I'm gonna grab this H1 right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and say document dot query selector, and I'm gonna get the H1. I only have one on the page, so I can do it like that. And the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and animate is my logo. So const logo document dot query selector, and I got that in a div called logo. And the next thing we got here is this text is the place to be. I want to animate that, so let's grab that. Const text equals document dot query selector, and I called it text. And we also have this follow-on paragraph and the social icons. So I listed that. I got the paragraph listed as it's just a paragraph, so I only have one. So I can get const paragraph equals document dot query selector, and I'm gonna just grab that paragraph. And for the social icons, icon, I'm gonna go document dot query selector all, and I gave them all a class icon. Yep. So now that we got all of our elements that we want to animate, to use Tween Max, all you have to do is just say Tween Max, and to check, you can check the document. So the Tween Max is going to take two, three arguments. It's going to take the element that you want to animate, how long you want how long you want to animate, the duration, and as an object you want to set what you want to animate. So knowing that, so we want to give it the element that we want to animate, which we got into a variable called heading. Oops. And then we want to animate it for, we'll say 2 seconds. And then in curly bracket, we want to put what the property we want to animate. So all we want to animate is the margin left, and oh, sorry about that. Forgot one thing. We have to tell it what we want to do. Is if we want to animate it to or from a position. So we want to animate it from a position, and we want to bring the heading over 800 pixels, and you don't have to put the px at the end of it. It'll automatically know you want pixels. So after we save that, after we save this, there we go. You seen the animation, the header animated from the left to the right in 2 seconds. Let me go ahead and refresh that and pay attention to the header. Alright, so it's just that easy. So to animate the rest of them, you don't want them to animate all in at the same time. So Tween Max also gives you the ability to put delays, a delay onto your animated properties. So it just takes a number of seconds after you give it the proper name, delay. So let's see how we can use that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my logo. So Tween Max dot from and logo. I want to animate in over 2 seconds, and then I want to animate the property margin left, and I want to go back. I want to start from a negative 820 pixels, and want to put a delay on that. I want to delay it 2 seconds, because I want to start after the heading gets done. So if we save this, after the heading gets done, 2 seconds later, we have our animation for our logo. So now we want to go through, I want to go and animate the text as well. So we can use tween max dot from the text. I want to animate it in over 2 seconds as well. And I want to animate this time. I want to send it over to the right, so margin right. I want to send it over 800 pixels, and then I want it to animate in at the same time as the logo. So we're gonna try not even setting a delay. We're gonna try to see if it animates without the delay at the same time with the logo. So let's save this. And no, it didn't. So we have to put a little delay on it. So let's try a delay of 0.5 seconds. So 0.5 is half a second. And still didn't delay right. So let's go ahead. Let's see if we put 3.5 seconds. See what happens. Wow, that's kind of weird, but we'll let that go. For now, and but you see, it's a lot of things you have to do if you want to animate more than one property at a time with Tween Max. So that's why I wanted to show y'all Timeline Light as well, because with Timeline Light, it's easier to go around and it's easier to animate more than one element at a time. So with Timeline Light, what we have to do is set a variable for that, and we'll say const. Actually, we'll put let TL for timeline equals a new timeline light, and then we can go and you go ahead and use this TL dot, and it also takes to or from or stagger to or stagger from if you want to animate different elements at a different time. But we're going to use the same ones we used before. We're going to use from. Okay, and we still want the heading. We want to animate it in over 2 seconds. And we want to animate the property margin left. And we want to send it back 800 pixels. Now we can concatenate all these codes together. So the next thing on the next line for readability, we can put dot from, and we want to grab the logo, animate it over 2 seconds as well, and margin left of negative 820, and then we also want the text animated in over 2 seconds, and we want to animate the proper margin right. We want to send it to the right 800 pixels. Oh, I'm sorry, negative 800 pixels. And then we're gonna grab hold to the paragraph, animate it in over 2 seconds, but this time we want to set the opacity to 0, and we're gonna do the same thing for the social icons. So we can copy that, paste it, and all we have to do is change this to icons. So now let's see what we got. Uh-oh. Got one too many periods down there. So let's see now. Alright, so what's our problem? Why is not animating? Let's check it out. Can't find variable timeline light. Alright, so let's see if we grab the right so timeline light. So we see it's just we stated the function wrong. It's capital T. So let's go ahead and change that. Let's open our website back up, and then after we change this, we should see it animating now. Alright, so now to get the logo and the text to animate in at the same time, we can give it property values. So we can come over and say second, and then give this the same value, give the text the same value as we gave the logo, and now tell timeline light that we want the logo and the text to animate in at the same time. So let's save that, and as you see, the logo and the text animated in at the same time, and then afterwards the paragraph animated in, and then the social icons. So using Greensock is pretty easy, and you can make some pretty intricate animations with it. And if you go to the site, it'll show you some examples of what people created using Greensock. But that'll be about it, folks. So check out Greensock and see what you can come up with. Alright guys, day 7 is out of the way, and now that we've taken a look animating with Greensock and using Greensock to animate with JS, I want to challenge you all to be creative as well, and send me a link to your Facebook page, to your GitHub that you create, or provide a link to your code pen that you do to my Facebook page. And again, I hope that I provide you all with some good content. And if you happen to like it, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. And if you haven't by now, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to smash that bell icon that's right next to it, so you'll be notified next time I come out with a video. And as usual, you'll be able to find the code for this video on my GitHub page. And a link will be provided below in the description for my GitHub page. But until next time, keep developing.